Hey, guess what? This is Lloyd from Lloyd'z Garage, and I am with no other than Dump Truck from Sawicki Exhaust.
It's me. What's up, y'all? I am the brand manager of Sawicki Speed, and we are really stoked to talk about the collaboration pipe that we have between Lloyd'z Garage and Sawicki itself. So, to be a true collaboration, it can't just be a different badge on what we make. So we put our heads together and really focused on performance. Now, you run through the differences. If you could, tell me what's different about the Lloyd's pipe compared to the Sawicki exhaust.
Well, so it started off was when we came out with our cam profile and we were doing some testing, we called you guys up and Jamie's like, yeah, no problem. I am running a pipe over to you guys.
If you don't know who Jamie is, he's Jamie Hacking, 3-time AMA Superbike champion, and he does our R&D. Try to do better than that. Anyways, continue.
I don't think I can, but I'm gonna try.
That's why we have it.
So anyway, he runs a pipe over and he's like, here it is, Lloyd. He goes, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right from the beginning, I know your cams fucking rock. He goes, and we're probably not gonna meet that expectation. I said, hey, we gotta start somewhere. We put their pipe on and we had great results, but they weren't where I felt we needed to be. So jointly we got together and, you know, discussions with Jamie on products and stuff, and literally between me and Jamie, he sent me dozens of combinations that I sat 2 weeks in New York on the dyno, sitting there and just running them, and changing, running. And finally we got a pipe that makes about 8 more horsepower than the original Sawicki with the cams. That's what they're designed and developed for, is for use, high performance application with our 530 cam profile.
Now, do you have a different pipe radius on this as well?
Yes, this is a double step pipe. As you can see, there's a big difference if you look at the original design compared to this design. This is a more swept type design as composed to the straighter down design. But the biggest thing is that we've got 2 big steps in it with a nice merge, and this is the combination that we came up with that maximized our horsepower and torque across the board.
I love it. I feel like adding the bigger radius and having that larger turn is probably what allows that gas to leave quicker and get you some of those big numbers. 8 horsepower is no joke. Sawicki Speed already makes the #1 production exhaust pipe for anything out there Indian, period. Doesn't matter what it is. Pick a bike they make. We either have it designed or we have it on the shelf already. And to be able to take what we've done with our teams together and crank out 8 more horsepower. So somebody goes to an Indian dealer and they purchase a brand new Challenger and they go, I need a set of cams, I need a pipe so I can be happier. This is exactly what they need to be doing.
Oh, absolutely. And they're going to tear the streets up. I mean, that's what it's about, right? Tearing it up.
Absolutely. So generally speaking, a short pipe gives you more horsepower, a long pipe gives you more torque, mid-length is somewhere in the middle. And it's not always the same because everything is in relation to your motor setup, right? So
combination.
It's all about combo. That's why you got to listen to your motor builders. That's why you got to listen to the people that are physically tuning your motorcycle, because you don't know shit basically, and that's why you hired them. So learn us about this. What's the best combo that you found?
What we found, the mid-length pipe actually produces the best horsepower and torque across the board than the shorty. So I've always said this for the last 25 years. I say 3 things in exhaust.
Is anyone listening?
Very rarely. But I'm going to say it again because someday someone will. Performance, appearance, and sound. Pick 2 out of 3 and be happy. Because there's always a compromise with what someone likes, what someone wants to hear, and how much power potential they're looking to gain. And you know what? Sometimes we get 3 out of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this one could be it.
Oh, I agree so.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is rad. I'm proud to have our name on it. And if you need to be getting a Sawicki Speed exhaust pipe for your Indian and you're going to go big, you're going to throw a cam in it, this is exactly what you need to be doing. Deal with Lloyd's and you'll be dealing with some speed.
We're back.
Yes. Oh man. Thanks for letting me ride your bike. Hey, this is the most fun I've had on a Challenger bike, period. I've ridden a lot of bikes. Most of us have at this point. I've ridden a few different Challengers. This is the first one that's made me really excited. Like, just coming out of the parking lot, You know, give it a little bit of juice, get a little sideways, makes me happy. Like it's got some balls in it, it's got some low end. And there are a good number of twisties around here, and they all know that this bike exists right now. The suspension setup is great. The cam just really had power. I was shifted, a little undershifted a couple of times because I wanted to feel where the power band was kicking in, and it climbs. The road wasn't long enough for me to like really figure out where that graph wants to end.
It doesn't.
No, at all. No,
Right.
it just keeps climbing. It was really, really responsive. Throttle response was great. Sound is amazing. I mean, this is like, I mean, if you're gonna buy a Challenger and you're here to have a good time, this is where you start before you do anything else. This is where you start. That cam, this Lloyd's pipe, I'm sold. I'm in.
All right. Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, easy, dude. Like seriously, this is a really, really dope setup. I had a great time for 15 minutes on this motorcycle. Like at first I was testing it, and then I was just funning and just goofing off being dump truck like dump truck does when he's on the motorcycle all by himself. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm really glad we came in, just to talk about you know, Lloyd's and Sawicki Speed coming together and what that turns into. It turns into a damn good time.
Absolutely. And just FYI, guys, don't fist bump with a guy wearing a bunch of rings on his fingers.
Always ready for the world's heaviest back slap.